Hello, this is your favorite humanitarian professor, Dr. Prince Francis Origa. Just as I always say, I would always want you to join me on this. And for you to do so, you need to always subscribe, you need to share my posts, you need to comment, you need to like, and don't forget, keep your notification button on so that you will always get updates as they come. I promise that this will be very educative, informative, and quite inspiring teaching. Stay tuned. About not the other kind of communities. We have different types of communities, but we're looking at geographical kind of communities now, which has to do with where you have people living in a geographical given area that are bounded by culture, belief, traditions, and they share common ideologies and all of that. That's the kind of community we are looking at. These mistakes include when people fail to plan their community initiative, their humanitarian intervention in those communities. Such communities are not where you just wake up and you enter. Before you plan, you need to first and foremost understand the community you are going into. What kind of community is it? What are the kind of people that live in that community? Are they predominantly farmers? Are they predominantly literate? Are they predominantly elite, people who are enlightened? What is their occupation predominantly? What do they do? Are they fish farmers and all of that? Now, having understood that kind of community you are going into, that's why we also talk about what we call social mapping. Because social mapping helps you, when you know the community, identify the kind of community and what they do, and the social amenities that exist in that community, organizations that have worked in that community before you started going there, because it's important to have knowledge of existing facilities, resources, and interventions both by government and non-governmental organizations before you go into that community, because it's going to guide you to know who you will be interfacing with, who you'll be building bridges with, who you will be collaborating with. A lot of people make mistakes, so they just enter a community, they don't understand what must have been going on. For instance, Rotary Club. We know that Rotary Club works in some communities where they build boreholes, donate some facilities. We also, Lions Club do, Red Cross do. Before you go into communities, you need to find out, had there been any kind of organizations that have done prior intervention, so you can be able to align for continuity's sake. And then another mistake people make is that each of these communities, they have their traditions, customs, and norms. Do you know that even as a humanitarian, you can lose your life in search of, or while trying to touch the lives of others or protect the lives of others, you can lose your own lives? What do I mean? We have cultures even that are very deadly, traditions that are very deadly. For instance, you go to certain clans, there are periods in a year you are not supposed to be seen applying certain parts of that community or going through certain parts of that community. Even pregnant women, take for instance, during festivity period, certain persons or age bracket are not expected, especially when such community have masquerade. It's believed that pregnant women are not supposed to even appear, or women, whether pregnant or not pregnant, are not supposed to be found at a particular time in a particular area of a community. So as a humanitarian, you need to first and foremost study and know the peculiarity of that community as it regards their culture, tradition, values, and norms, so that your life don't go in for it. Another thing that you need to know is that as it affects the culture, there are places where when a king dies, you are not found within that period of burial of the king. If not, your life may also go into. There are also communities that you can't kill a snake. If you kill a snake in that community, they will kill you or even request you to bury that king, that snake, and do certain traditional rites before you can be free. So there are other things that people need to know is when you want to do intervention in community, you need to build in sustainability action, so that afterwards your project can be sustained and you get people to partner you. Thank you so much. I hope I've made little sense. So next edition, I will talk more on this. Thank you.